Good evening, class. My name is Tanya Nita Washington. I attend Mid-American Christian University. I am currently enrolled in Fundamentals of Public Speaking. Tonight, I will be giving a persuasive speech, and my persuasive speech will be over texting and driving. Why you should not text and drive. First, I will start off by saying everybody thinks they're a great driver. They're the best driver. Problem is you get distracted. You should never be distracted while driving. A lot of people now are addicted to their cell phones, and they think that since they're on their cell phones all the time, no problem, look away a couple of seconds, just check the message and back to the road. The problem is it only takes a few seconds. 3 to 5 seconds while looking at your cell phone can cause an accident that could turn deadly. What I like to say and tell my children is it starts at home. So the first way to start if you want to make a change is starting at home. Practice what you preach. So if you have children, you should not be using your cell phones while you're driving, period. But you should also encourage them not to use their cell phones also. So while doing my research, I found out some studies from the University of Texas, and it shows that over 16,141 deaths happened between 2002 and 2007. That is extremely high. However, that was 2007, 10, 11 years later. Now is even more eye-opening numbers. The numbers of accidents is rising and rising and rising, and we need to do something about it. Some states have actually banned texting and driving, and I think that that's good, and I think that more states should do it. Some states only have bans in school areas, school zones, where if you're caught texting and driving, you will receive a fine. I think that they should spread that out. No texting and driving is no texting and driving, whether you're in a school zone or not, because people are everywhere. And there's a lot of pedestrian accidents too. Pedestrians crossing the street during the school zone, same pedestrian be crossing the street on the way to the mall. So bottom line, it should be banned in more states, and the government is, legislative lawmakers are trying to do something about it. So also I did some research and found out that texting and driving is just like drunk driving. Can you imagine that? So your response time, if you're drunk driving and you're in an accident, is about real close to the same response time if you're texting and driving and having an accident. So main point, do not text and drive. You shouldn't be distracted while driving, whether that's talking, turning around, looking at the kids, telling the kids not to do something, because it only takes a few seconds. And a lot of people, I hear it, they say, well, I'm not responding, I'm just going to look. It just takes 3 seconds. I'm just going to look. No, don't look. Put your cell phones away. Put your cell phones up. Some states even have where you have to have the wireless or Bluetooth. I'm not for sure exactly, but you know where your hands free. You have to have hands free in some states, and that's okay. We see people talking and driving, they're just hands free. They're not having to be distracted. They don't have to look down and respond. So if you think that you're the best driver and you can take your eyes off the road for only a few seconds and you're not responding back, it all matters. It all matters. So take the time to teach others. It starts at home. Teach your loved ones. Teach your family members. Do not text and drive. Do not be distracted while you're driving. Keep in mind, it's just like drunk driving. So you say, oh, I'm not doing anything wrong. Is drunk driving good? No, it's not. So texting and driving is just as bad. So I'd like to say thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you have been encouraged to tell others, tell at least one person a day, do not text and drive. Put the phone down.